Roblox Mobile is banned. It's also not working in specific countries too. Roblox might have scammed us, and so much more insane news today. So if you're new, please subscribe to us get closer to 4,000 subs. Thank you, and let's get into it. Let's start though with the fact that Roblox might scam us. So firstly, we have to rewind a little bit ago. Twin, Roblox was supposed to have like the Tate McRae concert, if you guys even remember that. If you don't, it was like a concert with the artist Tate McRae, obviously. That got cancelled for like some reason. But anyways, what happened during that event was that they released like these gold pilot wings or whatever. And for the most part, they seem like just normal standard wings that you'd probably expect. But the thing is, they actually promised this item was going to go limited. So obviously because of that, so many people like rushed to buy it, and overall got like a bunch of sales and a lot of like hype in the community. For a few reasons, obviously mainly being the fact that knowing an item's gonna like go limited like 100% is obviously like a safe thing to just buy in general, because you can probably get your Robux back like bare minimum. And it's also just hype for the fact that Roblox never really does anything like this, or they rarely do stuff like this. So overall, just like a pretty hype item, since Roblox literally said that it was going to go limited. And well, now months later, the item didn't go limited at all. The item literally just sits here. Now to be fair, like I said, the concert did end up getting cancelled, so maybe they also canceled all the items. But then also, they should have just put it limited anyways, since they promised. Like, the item can exist on its own. But anyways, with that being said, Roblox did it again, and now people are actually worried. They recently released this item, just like a random item, and it's not associated to an event or anything, from what I know, called the Puffy Pufferfisher or whatever. And once again, the description says this: you know what they say, when in doubt, puff it out. I don't know what kind of joke that is, but the main important thing is that item goes limited on 7/27, which is the 27th of this month. Now once again, they're telling us when the item's actually going to go limited. And obviously a lot of people bought this, and it's kind of expensive. It was like 150 Robux. And now people are worried that Roblox is going to scam them and that this item's never going to go limited. This time they literally gave us a date on like when it's going to go limited. They didn't say it's just going to go limited. So hopefully Roblox doesn't scam us this time. But anyways, next week something kind of interesting. So as we all probably know, Roblox Studio you can use on basically anything except mobile, which honestly is probably for a good reason. Like, imagine using Roblox Studio on mobile would be kind of weird. Nonetheless though, some people do want it, and it is actually a thing that people are like anticipating. And recently Roblox did not announce that, but they announced that Roblox Studio is now available on Mac OS, or Mac, which is the Apple operating system. So what this means is that the Apple operating software is for Mac, and Mac is like a laptop, right? But also the same thing that they use for like Mac laptops is also for like iPads. So a lot of people think that since it's like the same operating system or like hardware, they might like allow Roblox Studio to be on iPads. So it actually got a lot of people excited, and a lot of people thought that Roblox Studio is finally going to be coming to mobile in a sense, or iPad I guess. But the thing is, if I remember correctly, even though it's like the same thing on iPad, it's like a different operating system. So even if it's like the same hardware and it still is like an Apple product, it's only going to be on Mac and not mobile. I saw a lot of people in the replies being like excited and just overall like wondering if it's going to be on iPad. But from what I know, it isn't, and it's just going to be on Mac, which kind of makes sense. Imagine using Roblox Studio on any type of tablet or mobile phone. I feel like it's just like a disaster. But I guess it's useful for some people if they actually want it. Just thought I'd clear it up though, because I know a lot of people actually want it, and a lot of people are just confused in general. And next week's something pretty weird. So a few days ago, Roblox completely like broke. As we all know, they had that outage a few days ago, where like it wasn't just like the normal Roblox down like situation. Every game at one point turned to like 0 players. I'm sure we all saw this by this point. And it was a pretty big outage. It was gone for like 3 hours, which is more than usual. Usually when it's down, it's like an hour max, or maybe like 10 minutes honestly. And in combination with the outage, Roblox has been running really weird for a lot of people. And at one point, everyone's avatars just like stopped working. When people went into a game, their avatar was just like all their items were gone. So it would have like their default like whatever their like avatar was without the items, but any accessories, shirts, t-shirts, anything like that was just gone. Which for the most part is harmless, because like it's not like you're actually gonna lose the items. But for people who didn't know, a lot of people were actually concerned by this, and I saw like a lot of people making joke tweets about this, making people, and like a lot of people genuinely concerned that they lost items and that like their items got deleted by Roblox, which obviously Roblox wouldn't just do, and that didn't actually happen. But besides that, this is a very weird glitch going around. I think it should be fixed by now, and I think it's just like a product of Roblox being down, but it was very weird and interesting to see. But anyways, next week something kind of interesting. So to recap, like a week ago, or like a little bit ago now, the Roblox community kind of exploded, because it was kind of announced that Roblox and PlayStation are never going to collab, and that Roblox is never be coming to PlayStation. A lot of people cover videos on this, and there's a lot of popular tweets made on this, the biggest one being from RBX News. And all this news with PlayStation and Roblox was met with some confusion, because a lot of people thought that this was like 100% guaranteed that Roblox would never be on PlayStation ever again. But then on the other hand, a lot of people were saying that this article, or like the way RBX News like phrased their tweet, is just like poorly worded, and that if you read the article, it says that they're actually going to collab soon. So there's like kind of two sides to this. One person heavily vouching for the other side of it being that Roblox will still come to PlayStation was Julian Roblox. Someone who's popular in the community for like leaking or I guess finding information on Roblox, and he kept saying that Roblox and like PlayStation still have stuff in like the code and that they're constantly working on it. People didn't really know who to believe and like if Roblox is gonna come to PlayStation or not in general, just overall. And maybe today we got to answer this question. Julian Roblox, I guess, backed up his statements. I tweeted out this recently, saying, "You can't swear word hide now." And then he provided this image, which I don't even know what that means to be honest, and you guys probably are confused like what this even means. But for people who do know what this means, if you read it closely, it's Roblox code that's being updated like recently, like Roblox's actual API, and you can see they're working on API and like stuff for PlayStation. Like this is their actual code or whatever. Someone kind of broke it down and they said, Roblox is almost definitely confirmed to be coming to PlayStation because Roblox is working on having login stuff work with PlayStation. So why would Roblox be working on PlayStation stuff and like PlayStation code if they were going to come to PlayStation? That doesn't mean it's going to come anytime soon, by the way. Like they've been saying it's going to be coming to PlayStation for like years now. But it's good to know that like it's not 100% confirmed to be like banned or whatever from PlayStation. There still is a chance in the future from what we've seen here. From like that article, almost everyone like lost hope and everyone thought that Roblox would never come to PlayStation. But with like these new advances and like these new API Roblox have been working on, it seems like it still is a possibility. But anyways, moving to our last story, which is pretty crazy and kind of weird. So over the last few days, a lot of people on mobile have been having a lot of issues to the point where Roblox like they can't even play it at all. Let me just show you. Now most of these issues seem to be coming from Android, although if I remember correctly, I think I saw someone have this on Apple too, but most of them seem to be on Android. Anyways, with that being said, when people go to play Roblox, it gives them this message: Roblox upgrade. Your version of Roblox is out of date and will not work properly, taking you to the Google Play Store for an upgrade. And you're probably thinking, okay, like what's the big deal? All you have to do is update the game. But then when they go to update the game, it just doesn't let them. As we can see by this tweet, this user said, I literally installed the latest version of Roblox, I kept uninstalling and reinstalling over and over again and it keeps popping up. So even if they reinstall and like do literally what it says, upgrade the version of Roblox, it doesn't even work. Furthermore, on the Google Play Store it tells you like the latest version of Roblox, and these people are literally getting the latest version that it says is released, further confirming that it's not their fault and it's a Roblox issue. But this gets even weirder. For some people, when they got like this error or whatever, and they went to update it, it would say that Roblox is not available in the region, which is really weird and just random. I'm not sure where the person doing this is from, but they clearly had access to Roblox before. And if you go to the reviews of like the Android thing, all the replies or reviews I guess are people just saying that they can't update their game's not working, their reinstalling is not working. A lot of people are angry by this and just confused like what's going on. And people think that Roblox is gonna get banned in the region or like banned in general off mobile or Android. I was digging deeper though and I found something pretty interesting. So when I was looking through tweets, a lot of people were saying that apparently Bifron and the identity is coming to mobile or is on mobile. This person said that all executors on mobile, and they're on Android too, are down, and I think executors are the hacks. And then that person followed up saying that like one of the hackers or whatever said that Roblox had a new update, and then that update is the Bifron anti-cheat for mobile, and I guess only for Android right now. Now I don't know how like 100% confirmed this is, so take it with a grain of salt, because I haven't really seen anyone else talking about this much besides hackers themselves, which are the ones who would find out obviously. But I guess now we don't even know if it's like a Roblox issue with like Bifron, or just like a Play Store issue maybe. I don't really know what's going on. With all that being said though, a lot of people on Android devices specifically, I think, or majority of people on Android devices just can't play Roblox Mobile right now, and we don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully by the time this video's up, it might be fixed. So if you're on Android mobile or just mobile in general, let me know if you can play and if you had issues like this before. And if you enjoyed, check out this video where Roblox game duplicated people's Robux. See you in the next one.